To what extent can the situation of the Latin American republics be compared to that of the other semi-colonial countries? The economic condition of these republics is undoubtedly semi-colonial, and as their capitalism, and consequently imperialist penetration grows, this character of their economy is accentuated. But the national bourgeoisie, who see cooperation with imperialism as the best source of benefits, feel they are sufficiently in possession of political power to not worry seriously about national sovereignty. The South American bourgeoisie, who still do not know, with the exception of Panama, Yankee military occupation, have no predisposition to accept the need to fight for a second independence. The state, or rather the ruling class, does not feel the need for a broader and more certain degree of national autonomy. Over a year ago, in our discussion with the leaders of the APRA, we rejected their desire to create a Latin American Kuomintang, and, as a way to avoid imitating Europe and to accommodate revolutionary action to a precise assessment of our own reality, we put forward the following thesis. Collaboration with the bourgeoisie, and even of many feudal elements, in the Chinese anti-imperialist struggle is explained on the grounds of race and national civilization that do not exist for us. The Chinese nobility or bourgeoisie feels intimately Chinese. They respond to white contempt for their stratified and decrepit culture with the contempt and pride of their ancient traditions. Anti-imperialism in China may, therefore, rest on sentiments and a nationalist factor. In Indo-America, the circumstances are not the same. The Creole aristocracy and bourgeoisie do not feel a sense of solidarity with the people through the bond of a common history and culture. In Peru, the white aristocrats and bourgeoisie despise the popular and national elements. They are, above all, whites. The petit bourgeoisie mestizo imitates this example. The betrayal of the Chinese bourgeoisie and the failure of the Kuomintang was not yet known in all its magnitude. Their capitalist style of nationalism demonstrates how little one can trust the revolutionary nationalist sentiments of the bourgeoisie, even in countries like China. Although dominated by the imperialist economy, these countries, or rather their bourgeoisie, will consider themselves masters of their own destinies, as do Romania, Bulgaria, Poland, and other dependent countries of Europe. Is the petite bourgeoisie, whose role in the struggle against imperialism is so often overestimated, necessarily opposed to imperialist penetration because of its economic exploitation? The petite bourgeoisie is undoubtedly the social class most sensitive to the fascination of nationalist mythology. But the economic factor which predominates is the following. In countries afflicted with Spanish-style poverty, where the petite bourgeoisie, locked in decades-old prejudice, resists proletarianization, where, because of their miserable wages, they do not have the economic power to partially transform themselves into a working class, where the desperate search for office employment, a petty government job, and the hunt for a decent salary and a decent job dominates. The creation of large enterprises that represent better paid jobs, even if they enormously exploit their local employees, is favorably received by the middle classes. A Yankee business offers a better salary, possibilities for advancement, and liberation from dependence on the state, which can only offer a future to speculators. This reality acts with a decisive force on the consciousness of the petite bourgeoisie searching for or having found a job. For us, anti-imperialism does not and cannot constitute by itself a political program, a mass movement capable of fully seizing power. Anti-imperialism, even if it could mobilize the bourgeoisie and petite bourgeoisie alongside the working class and peasant masses, does not nullify antagonisms between classes, nor does it suppress different class interests. In conclusion, we are anti-imperialists because we are Marxists, because we are revolutionaries, because we oppose capitalism with socialism as an adversarial system called to succeed it. In the fight against foreign imperialism, we fulfill our duties of solidarity with the revolutionary masses of Europe.